Okay, y'all. So y'all didn't see my face enough. Oh, sorry, baby. Just ignore that license plate. But I'm out in public anyway. I ain't trying to like get nobody information or nothing. I'm just in another city anyways. But I had to go check my PO box because I can't get mail where I live because they steal our stuff, and the property management people don't do jack about it. That's how I know one of them was in on it. That's probably why the other manager dude got fired, because his ass was lying to me. I kind of felt, I was like, nigga, now you know what happened. Some Caucasian dude named Trevor. Next thing you know, he getting fired. Like a month after I was, like a month or two, I think, after someone stole my phone. But then I found out later on it was like some stuff that happened that seems unfortunate, or like it. Sometimes there's a bigger, better plan. I'm starting to see that God has a bigger plan that we really don't understand about some of the stuff that happens. Like, for instance, a job that didn't hire me that I really wanted to work at, but I found out from my other intuitive friend that that job wasn't meant for me no way. So even though they were paid and it was connected to the gang stalking, um see, I knew it. Thank you, baby. um I was just about to say that it's like, for instance, there's a key bank over there. Something told me don't go open an account, and I was thinking I was tripping. It was like a download spiritually. And when I went in there, the dude, long story short, it didn't work out. I couldn't open an account because of some past account history that had nothing to do with me. It's because they placed me in the psychiatric hospital, and I had some payments, some subscriptions. They came out when I was in the hospital, and it overdrew my account, and I couldn't pay the overdraw fee plus whatever other fee they want to charge me at Key Bank. So fuck you, Key Bank, because you a scandalous motherfucker too. And sometimes stuff like that happens, it kind of shows you who's involved, like who all is involved in the gang stalking. And I'm not explaining it very well. See, Key Bank right there. But anyways, you probably didn't see it. That's all right. But anyways, there's they've been doing some stuff they ain't got no business doing. And okay, so the reason why how I figured that out is basically the job. Okay, so I told my intuitive friend, who's also a psychic investigator and a reader, a tarot reader. She confirmed what I was saying about the job that I used to work at called Miratron. I had a dream of them one day, and things were not the same after I had that dream. And it's like in the dream I astral projected into a meeting that they had. They always had meetings at 9:09 a.m., a mirror hour. And that's how I found out about mirror hour, because of those meetings that were at 9:09 a.m. And I knew that they was in on some witchcraft shit anyways, just because of the whole setup. It wasn't just them being creative. So anyways, it's been confirmed. Maybe I shouldn't say one of the persons sold their soul for money, but I won't even say who that is. But in the dream, I saw them having a meeting, and it was concerning me when I wasn't there. And I was in on that meeting. And when I woke up, and guess what? I had this dream while I was asleep in my car in my parents' driveway at the back of the of their house. So that's how I knew like something wasn't right. And when I woke up from the dream, intuitively in my spirit, I felt that I was correct about. It's just like I didn't hear everything that they were saying, but the energy of that meeting they had, it was concerning me, and it was something that was going on. So, anyways, trying to skip parts. When I at that job, there was this woman named Deborah or Debbie, and it was always a Debbie at my job too, because the other job, actually, I'm on the street where close to where I was working at, where that other Debbie, Deborah, was. But and I noticed that's kind of strange. Now I'm starting to see that this stuff is orchestrated. But anyways, the Debbie at Miratron, she invited me out somewhere. I couldn't go last minute in the morning time, and she came down there, and I asked her if she could come to a different location, which was not too much further from, well, it was, if you take the back roads, it was closer, but she couldn't do it, and I didn't have, oh yeah, I had a car at the time. Oh no, at that time I didn't have a vehicle. vehicle, but I had a vehicle shortly before or after that, and I was in between having my vehicle to travel with. So at that, but she was gonna pick me up, and I was at a friend of mine's house, and he didn't wake me up. So I'm wondering if he knew about that stuff too, because I told him that a lady was gonna be picking me up, and I needed to be back at my parents' house so she could pick me up from there. But anyway, she got upset, and she never was the same towards me after that, and she got upset as if touching booties was really important, because she was like, and they got to touch each other butts. I was like, well, I wasn't trying to get down like that with you, no way, lady, so I don't know why you mad at me like that for just for that. So, and I had a couple women in my past that was coming that wanted to befriend me, but they had some type of, I don't know, some bisexual or some gay ass shit going on where they want, and I'm not putting them down because I actually dealt with the same sex before. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, just because I did that doesn't mean I have to do that with every single woman, or, even for the heterosexuals, just because somebody like you don't mean you got to have sex with them, or you have to do something sexual with them. No. And now something dawning on me now about a lady I met from Fred Meyer I used to work at. I met down there, but I don't have to show it completely. But anyways, she got upset with me, and things just weren't the same. It was like some sort of witchcraft that was going on at the job. And I remember she taught me the wrong way. So this Debbie, she got an attitude because of that, and she taught me the wrong way. So the way that I saw how the components in the hardware for the hydraulic equipment was set up. I saw she was teaching me how to make the wires the wrong way, and they had her come and show me what to do, and she got upset because I was doing it the way it was supposed to be done, but she showed me how to bend the wires, and then she came back and said, "You're doing it all wrong." And I did it exactly how she told me to do it, and now I just saw the number 707, and it reminds me of this dude named Corey Obendorf, who was also a gang stalker who worked at a mill, who was a manager. Now I know that dude was a gang stalker too. What's up, Corey? I bet you thought I forgot you because you had one of those particular names that you think nobody will remember. Wow. And to be honest, I forgot about that. It just came to me. So it's something about that. It's some of these people that were sent to in my direction, and that was also a Caucasian man. He had a kind of bad attitude. He got an attitude when things didn't go his way, like if I couldn't come to see him or whatever. Anyways, forget all that. Debbie taught me the wrong way how to structure the cords, because this was a place that did soldering and like semiconductor stuff. I made wire harnesses and stuff like that. So the lady got upset, and she taught me the wrong way, and then so I just did it the way she told me. I was like, okay, these people, I felt like she was fucking with me too, like she was harassing me, but I just did what they asked me to do, and then they got upset that it was done wrong. I'm like, y'all can get the hell up out of here with that bullshit. And I got so angry that after the little petty little harassment and taunting this woman was doing, I decided to ask for a week off. And when I came back, they told me that I couldn't work there no more, and we don't need you anymore. I already knew that was part of the plan anyways. They wanted to fire me some other kind of way. And after hearing these readings about the people was basically lately, it's been in the readings, in the energy, that people were upset and wanting yeah, I saw that guy wanting to do that. Dude, my engine is way faster than yours. I'm not trying to get in trouble out here traveling, and you know how these police officers are out here, and these sheriffs are out here in Beaverton. But anyways, these people were doing some stuff they had no business doing anyway. So it just kind of funny that, and it felt, I could feel it, that they were being petty about saying that I couldn't come work there after I took some time off, just so I don't do something. Because at the time I was like, this bitch is really fucking with me. Like, she was really being petty, and basically it was like workplace harassment, because she had an attitude simply because I didn't go to some little event that was, I can't remember if it was in Clackamas or somewhere, and there was like mud, and they had little obstacle courses, and they may have had food and drinks, but she invited me, and I apologize, ma'am. I told her I didn't mean to do that. I even asked her if she could pick me up from a different location because I was up around the time we were supposed to meet. It's just that I wasn't at that location, so I understood her frustration, but at the same time, she got mad at me and she carried it on. And this lady was much older. She was at least in her 40s. I was like 27, 28, something around there, around that age. And no, I couldn't have been 26. That was too younger. It was, I think I was 27, almost 28 or something like that. And I got pregnant with my son when I was 29. So it was within that time frame. I believe I was 27. But yeah, I worked there, and after that I was dismissed. But after that situation happened, I knew it. I was pissed off, and I feel like they knew that I had spiritually picked up on what was going on, because somebody was gang stalking me that was associated, so that I wouldn't be surprised if they went and filled them in on the fact that I knew about this secret meeting that they had at the workplace that was involving me, that was concerning me. Someone was most likely either paid off to not let me work there anymore or what, and I did an excellent job. Every single wire harness passed the test after I fixed it. It was, and I haven't been working there. I had people hating on me at almost every job I went to because that I didn't have experience at, and I picked up on the job really quickly and was doing better than some of the people who had been there for 5+ years. So that's where some of the haterade came from. So I don't blame they ass, but shit, I wasn't even trying to compete with y'all. I was just being my natural MF self. So that ain't my fault that you ain't naturally skilled like that. Be mad at God if you want to be mad at somebody then. Be mad at the devil for taking those powers away from you, if anything. Don't be mad at God. I wonder if this place still open. I'm trying to go drop something off. But y'all, these gang stalking MFers out here. It was confirmed that that job is part of the gang stalking. That's why I keep saying MIRA written on different locations where I'm gonna be at. Like, who does that? It wasn't happening for some time, and then they wrote it, even they spray painted it on the ground on the bike path that I started taking off 7th Avenue in Portland, Oregon. And then they covered it up. Somebody covered it up with black paint or something, and then they wrote it again on the opposite direction that I was coming back. So that's how I knew I was being gang stalked. And I said, that reminds me of Miratron, because the only company I know that has Mira in the beginning of it that I worked for that I knew of was Miratron. And then it was confirmed that somebody at that job was over there fucking gang stalking me, and they have something to do with it. Even if it's not them, they got somebody doing it because they make electronics. So I'm pretty sure the equipment that they use, I wouldn't even be surprised if they use some of the wire harnesses from the pieces that I put together, and it used it some way against me because it has my DNA imprint on it. And those things, and anybody get those wire harnesses, them things is made so good, baby. When you drill them holes in Canada or Alaska, wherever y'all be doing that digging at in the ice, baby, it's gonna work good, okay? Because I had did the damn thing. I went half-assed. I had my classical music playing in my ear, and I was doing surgery on them wire harnesses, baby, okay? I went to work on the mugs. I literally had pride in the work that I did. I enjoyed it, and I had fun doing it as well. So, longer story short, to skip all that stuff too, 13:33 on the timer, I also wanted to say how another job I went to work at that was similar to that job, called Sigma STEM. I had met the vice president. She was there, and then they had 5 other men come and do an interview with me at the same time. And it reminded me, for some reason, there was one man there I already know just from the essence of his energy, that he was somebody that was either a Mason or some sort of, I don't know if Knight Templar be into that shit too, that these dirty Masons be doing. But there was something about his energy and the look that he kept giving me. I knew that I would not be getting that job. That's why I told the vice president, Adrian, that even though I most likely won't get the job, it was cool to meet you, a vice president. And she's like, oh, you're sweet. And that's the thing that these motherfuckers be saying, y'all. Catch on now. Just like when Kevin Gates was talking to that lady, and she was using some sort of spirit that they called a familiar, I believe. And then as soon as she saw Kevin Gates' daughter, she was like, ew, and she's sweet. But she said ew instead of all. And then the next thing she said after that is she's sweet. And I'm pretty sure his little girl is a sweetheart. She was just doing magic on her brother, though. I don't know what kind of magic it was, though. She probably was being mad. But that's all right. That's them. That's their family doing all that. My family be doing witchcraft too, so I ain't surprised. That it's a heritage lineage type shit. These motherfuckers. I'm the curse breaker of that bullshit. I ain't doing. I'm not using none of my gifts to do harm to other people. That's not what I do. If anything, I use it to help people. So yeah, just be careful out there. I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Don't be surprised, because I can feel it right now in my spirit. Somebody who gonna watch this video, they gonna be like, see, they were right. It's gonna help them have confirmation of how they felt that another job that they was going to get, that they had experience with, and they felt that they would have got the job if it wasn't for something that happened behind the scenes, especially when you're being gang stalked. So yes, that is what happened when you went to another job that's similar to another job you was working at, and they all of a sudden told you no, but everything was seeming like it was working out great, like you was gonna get the job, and then all of a sudden they break the news, and then you hear that they don't even get back in touch with you when they said they gonna get back in touch with you. Then you call them some time later and find out they went with another candidate, and you feel it in your spirit even before you walk out from that interview that they gonna switch up and give the job to somebody else. And it's not because it don't have nothing to do with anything poor on you, like of you having a poor character or poor work skills. It has something to do with somebody who's working against you. They'll take money and they will pay somebody to work against you. And you know how they got money set up in the structure, how money is valuable in the current society. Of course somebody's gonna take some money to do something, especially to somebody that they hating on too. So just be careful out there, y'all, because don't put it past these companies to be working, like, just because they're not Hollywood or they're not a producer of some industry or no record label, don't mean that these corporations ain't doing the same shit that these motherfuckers be doing, having gatekeepers in the industry. So be careful out there.